Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the CFN Global Headquarters and the anchor station, anchor show, the DOXXreport. And my quiet, lovely, beautiful, peaceful, affordable, comfortable, golfing, and currently quite dark retirement community, affectionately known as Frank. Where are you?
Del Boca Vista.
Thank you, Frank. I'm retired, 71 years of age, United States citizen, and a recipient of Medicare payments living in Central Florida. This is my personal YouTube channel, vlog, citizen journalism account, and just about anything else I want it to be. Thank you for joining me this late evening, early morning. I don't know if Jackson and Dr. Bob are doing a show or not. So I guess they're going to be on at 3:15. So I got an hour and 15 minutes. I can hold the fort, I guess. Let's see. Do we have a view here inside the lovely yellow home on the golf course? Oh, what happened? There it is. Oh, we got a fire going inside. Very nice. Welcome, Time Lord, California. Well, we call it the POA, Property Owner Association. Might fine you for running a network from your home. Zoning, well, it's a nonprofit. There's no construction. It's just online. I guess they might. You like the sign? And you want, are there any badges yet? Badges? We don't need no effing badges. What are you talking about? Oh, we're down to one viewer. Goodness. Well, that's okay. I'm still doing the show. Now, we have, let's see, I do prep, so let me go to my prep. What am I supposed to cover today or this morning? Man, I went to sleep at 6 p.m. last night. It was still light. I was exhausted. So I got up at midnight, but I felt good. Made the bed, brushed my teeth, pushed the water. No workout today. I don't work out on the weekends. I do a 4-day-a-week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So, and I completed it. And, man, I went over there Thursday. I got up late and I went over there at 9 o'clock. It was packed. But it's so large. I mean, once you get in there, I have almost the treadmills. I've never seen so many people on the treadmill, but the line, but they got like 25 treadmills and you could still get in there. I mean, I could still do my workout. What I don't like are people that sit on the machines with their phones. And I'm talking about old geezers. And these guys, there's only 2 hamstring machines and quad extension machines. And that's part of my routine when I do the arms and the legs. So, I'm waiting there and I'm stretching. I can do something, while I wait for one to open up. But it's like, I just feel like tapping them on the shoulder and say, why don't you go with your phone up to the lobby? Why are you taking, But what can you do? Let's see. Time Lord is smiling. Very good. So what else? And, but let's back up to Wednesday. So Wednesday, I didn't work out, and I went up to the. I got a Grand Seiko. It needed a battery, and don't ask me why, but this jewelry store, they do custom pieces, but they also do free batteries for watches. I can't imagine that. And so I go up there and I was like, it was so foggy. I kind of got there late, about 10 o'clock. But the guy came right out, and it's a big shop, and they got workers, and they got, the two-way glass there. And and he came right out, and he took it, and he said, don't scratch, and they do so many, and then he sent me on my way. And then I headed down to Costco, because I figure, what I like doing, if I leave the house, I'm going to do multiple runs. I don't want to go get home. Oh, I got to go here and then I got to come. No, get multiple things done. So I think, well, I'm on 466, so I just as well go straight down and go to Costco and just stop in there. Have you ever seen a senior citizen motorcycle gang? Well, I did. These are all seniors, and they got like about 25 bikes, and they have sidecars, and they have tricycles. They have three-wheelers. Some are two wheels in the back, some are two wheels in the front. And they're going down the right lane, and it's like two 18-wheelers together. You can't get over. And it's kind of crowded, and I'm going, oh, my goodness. And they got one guy leading them. But I said, man, I wish I had my camera on the dash. That would have been pretty good. Time Lord, let's see. Well, you're supposed to. The women are really clean, but I wear gloves. So why would I wipe it down? When I get on the thing, I use my gloves. You're not going to get the flu. You're going to get the flu when people sneeze. So if I have to sneeze for whatever reason, let's see, time out. I would be afraid of getting the flu. Do they wipe down the machines? Who's they? If you use your bare hands, yeah, I do. If I'm using my bare hands, but when I'm doing the weights, I got my gloves on. How you're going to get the flu is if somebody sneezes. So if I have to sneeze, I sneeze into my shirt. That's something. My hand in my shirt. Well, you're going to get that anywhere you go. I mean, the chance of that. But I got vaccinated. I think I got vaccinated. I have been to the Whiskey a Go in 1980. Really? Interesting. Yeah. Go-Go Girl's a thing of the past, I guess. I think I got my flu shot. Good question. I got to go look now. And if you're a senior, and if you have any skills on the computer, you should keep records, your medical records, everything, And let's see, where do I have it? Personal medical pages, history, personal history pages. Vaccinations, yes, September 17th. Oh, shit. Yeah, 2025, I was going to say. No, it's 2026. Yeah, I got it last fall. Flu Zone, high dose syringe, and I have the lot number just in case there's a recall. U8859BA, if you want to know. So, I'm looking at my show folder. I got some shocking email from the POA. Shocking. We got an invasive species amongst us. So let me get that out. Here we go. Yeah. Monkey business. I didn't think it was funny, actually. You don't want that. Hang on. Let me show you this email. Quite shocking. Get it set up here. I always think of the audience, both of you. Let's see. I'm going to add this. Share screen. I hope I don't dox myself. Well, hang on. Updates. Oh, I'm glad you didn't see that. I gotta, what do I have to do? Why? Why would it show that? I don't know why it would do that. Hang on. I don't know why it would do that. Why would it do that? Try it again. Why would it say that? Hang on, we got a technical issue here. I don't want to dox myself. I guess I could just read it to you. Title. Well, how do I change the title? Rename. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to read it to you. Okay, how's that? I'll just read it to you. I'm going to have to work on that. I almost doxed myself. Goodness. Here it is. Update, January 8th, 2026. Monkey business. No, your neighbor isn't crazy for talking about monkeys. And no, you don't need to go have your eyes checked if you think you've seen one. There really is a monkey strolling around on the property now. I don't think that's funny. A monkey? Are you kidding me? Frank, what do you think about that?
I will not tolerate infestation.
One more time?
I will not tolerate infestation.
I agree with you. A chimpanzee will rip your face off. It'll rip your heart out of you. But it's not a chimp. Thank goodness. The POA is aware of this particular critter and has made the necessary calls to all the proper authorities. Well, if there's one, there's got to be more than one, right? The way I look at it. Let me get you a photo of these guys. Get a photo up here. This is what we're dealing with, okay? The POA on the property. The monkey sighting in Del Boca Vista, Florida, are actually not all that uncommon, as we're located near areas where monkey sightings have occurred in the past due to wild population of rhesus macaques. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission advises caution if a monkey is spotted in your area. What do you do if you see a monkey? I'm going in the house. I mean, what do I do if I see a monkey? Maybe I should get a pellet gun. They should put open season on it. I don't know why they let these, they're invasive. If you encounter a monkey, officials recommend the following safety measures. Do not approach, feed, or attempt to capture the animal. Monkeys can be unpredictable and may carry diseases such as herpes B. Keep pets leashed and children close by. Secure all food and garbage in closed containers to prevent attracting them. This is a problem because people put out their trash the night before. Well, what's out there? We got monkeys now, and we got coyotes and the foxes, and they'll rip open your trash to get to some food, and the raccoons. So wait till it gets daylight. Report any sightings immediately to the Florida Wildlife Commission. Report a monkey sighting here in Central Florida, contact, right, and they give the phone number and the website. And I thought, wow, this is crazy. This isn't good. And look at the teeth on this thing. God. Oh, jeez. Yeah, they're cute. Yeah, right. Unless they're in your yard. Look at these guys. Now, how did they get here? Well, I went to Grok. Central Florida is home to a well-established population of feral rhesus macaques, a non-native species originally from South and Southeast Asia. These monkeys primarily concentrate around Silver Springs State Park near Ocala. That's many miles away. Well, if they're getting all the way to Del Boca Vista, I mean, they're spreading. Near Ocala, along the river, Silver River, and Ocklawachaca River, with occasional sightings farther afield in areas like Orange City or along highways, or Del Boca Vista now. In the 1930s, a tour boat operator known as Colonel Tui released about 6 rhesus macaques onto an island in the Silver River to boost tourism for his jungle cruise, quote unquote, style attraction. Oh, here we go, unintended consequences. He wanted to spice up his jungle cruise. He mistakenly believed they couldn't swim. But the monkeys quickly escaped and established themselves in the surrounding forests. Additional releases occurred in the following years, and the population grew rapidly. By the 1980s, hundreds roamed the area. Efforts to control numbers through trapping, removing over 1,000 between 1984 and 2012, halted due to public controversy. Oh, save the monkey. Oh, God. Current status. As of recent estimates, varying by source and year, the population ranges from 300 to 600 individuals. I'll bet you it's a lot higher than that, okay? Florida, I mean, once it gets started, these things, centered in Silver Springs, but expanding. Oh, yeah, well, why don't we have open season on them? Sightings continue regularly, including a family spotted near State Road 40 in early 2026. Well, there's one in Del Boca Vista. The monkeys are considered invasive as they can impact native ecosystems, preying on bird eggs, so they'll eat anything really, bird eggs, contributing to bacterial contamination in waterways. About 25% of these macaques carry herpes B virus, which is usually harmless to them, but can be fatal to humans if transmitted via bites, scratches, or bodily fluids, though human cases are extremely rare. Florida officials strongly advise against approaching, feeding, or interacting with them. Feeding is illegal and can make them aggressive. Visitors to Silver Springs often spot them during glass-bottom boat tours or kayaking, where they might be seen swimming, foraging, or even diving into the water. Well, how come the gators aren't doing the job, taking care of them? I don't have to go to Silver Springs. I got them right here in Del Boca Vista. Look at this guy. Holy crap. Look at the teeth on that thing. My goodness. Oh. You know what? That bicycle ride around the association is going to be kind of interesting. Grandmaster Chime. Let's get into the notes. Well, what do you want to talk about? I have some notes, but I don't. That's Jackson, Dr. Bob. Give me a topic. I'll talk about it. They're cute like gophers. No, they're not. You think that's cute? I don't think that's cute. Maybe when they're young, they're cute. But look at this guy. You want one of those coming up to you? A big male, you know? Look at that. They're looking. They're staring me down. They're trying to stare down the senior citizen. Come and attack me. Oh, they're strong, but they'll bite. Oh my goodness. Tim in red. That's not nice. That's not nice. Wow, Tim in red visited. That's not nice. Come on. No, that's illegal. I'm not feeding him anything. I don't know. You know, you know how hard it would be to catch a monkey, and especially if they're breeding. You got to set traps. You got to have season. There's a lot of hunters here. I mean, squirrel hunters and everything else. You got to make it open season on them. Seriously, if you wanted to take care of it, I really think you would have to do that. I may have to write the governor, get him on this thing. I don't want him around my beautiful home. I don't want him around the CFN Global headquarters right there. Now, my house is not that large, actually, but it is on the golf course. And it's not that, what's the word? Doesn't have that much greenery. But it's my home. It's my humble home. You know, there's my favorite room in the house, the lanai. And currently, it's 62 degrees out there, which is not bad at all. It's 64 degrees Fahrenheit. The high today, are you ready for this? It's going to be 68. So that would be currently 64 degrees. That would be 18 degrees centigrade. Humidity 94%, pretty high. Winds 8 kilometers per hour. That would be 5 miles per hour. Uh-oh. Guess who's here? Yeah, here he is. Well, hello to you, sir. And I hope you're not doing another, hit piece on an elderly person. He's got a show over there. Now, this is Green Room, if you don't know by now. He's got a beef with the boomers. Any boomer, baby boomer, he's got a beef with them. So he's doing a show, and he's got me on the thing, and he says I'm not normal. Well, you know what? I was thinking about that. I'm kind of glad about that. I don't want to be normal. Most seniors don't have any money. They don't take care of themselves. They're not too tech savvy. Multiple marriages, kids, grandkids, and all those sorts of problems. So maybe it's a good thing to be not normal. I'd rather be, let's look at the title here. CFN Global, Central Florida, the Villages, Fitness Lifestyle, Push the Water, Spiritually Centered. And here's another shot. There he is. Look at that. There's the Green Room. The United States CIA will neither confirm nor deny. He's been gone now. He's been off of YouTube for 2 years, a minimum of 2 years. And now he's back. A young man with all these abilities? Are you kidding me? What are you doing back? That's what I don't understand. Let's hear from Mr. Greenroom. Tout his abilities. Let's have a listen to him. Here he is.
This channel is going to be all about me and my problems.
Oh, jeez. Oh, somebody's responding to him. Well, that's. Oh, wait a second. I thought I had a response to that. Oh, here we go.
You cannot be serious!
I'm afraid he is serious. Now listen to his attributes.
Comedic genius. But I'm not just that. I'm young, resourceful, highly motivated, highly skilled. I'm generally a very bright guy. Society cannot afford to lose me.
Well, what are you doing back on YouTube? Uh-oh, Billy Bats. Billy Bats.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Oh!
Ho!
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Billy didn't like that. Pour the monkeys a Crown Royal. No, it's illegal. I'm not feeding those things. No, now look at this. Look at this guy. Now he's making fun of Aaron Fletcher. Can you imagine that? Why would you do that? Slurms, Mackenzie, Lex, can you please do your American accent? Yeah, you're just making fun of her. See, he attacks the boomers, and well, how would you describe Aaron Fletcher? People with issue, disabilities, incapacities, whatever. Shameful. Shameful. Thanks for stopping by. And let's see. So I gave you the monkey news. I'm taking a break. I've prepared the. I don't know if I even want to bring this up. I'm not sure if I want to bring it up. Oh, I got some new. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I told you I was going down to Costco. No, I don't think he got married. No way. A girl, they have intuition. They're going to see through this guy. Say, you know what? I don't have a future with this guy. He's on the console gaming. I bet Greenroom got married, and his wife doesn't let him go. I don't think he got married. Let him go out. I don't think so. He's got a degree. But then he got out of the particular area he was in. So I was going down to Costco, and somebody, I don't know who it was, several people say, well, they got single, oh, no, it was, several people said, well, they've got Kirkland liquors, their own brand. I go, come on. And so you can get wine inside the store, but you have to go outside around the corner to go into the liquor store. And I was the only one in there, and I'd done some light shopping, so I had a little bag with me, and I go in there, and I said, can you give me a tour? So she's giving me a tour of this place, and oh my God. But you got to remember with seniors, they buy in bulk. Now I'm being interrogated here by Green Room. Let me go to media. I want to tell you this story. So they buy in bulk. So I look at these bottles. They're 1.75 liter. They're heavy. I can't imagine Granny picking these things up. They're heavy. And they have blended Canadian blends, which obviously Costco doesn't have a distillery. So there's a brand out there doing it for them. And it's Canadian whiskey, so it has to be blended up in Canada. And they actually have single malt Scotch, 12-year and 16-year. I'd like to know who's making it for them, But I asked her, she wouldn't tell me. But the vodka is Grey Goose. It says Kirkland on it. They have American brand, and then they have a France brand. The France is Grey Goose. And it's $20 for a 1.75 liter plus tax. Can you imagine that? That's a great deal. So what I did, I went over to I wasn't going to buy, I got enough. I don't need a Kirkland single malt Scotch. So I went over to the cognac section, and guess what? I had to do it. Where is it? It's right here. Ooh, Kirkland extra old cognac. It's from France. She wouldn't tell me, or she didn't know who actually makes it for them. And this is a large bottle, actually, but it fits in the cabinet because it's not tall, but it's 750 milliliter, $53 and change. So it was like, no, it was $50, but then the tax. So it cost me total $53 and change, which I thought was pretty, and I tried it Thursday, just a taste, because I had to work out the next morning. And it was delightful. And so I had some on Friday because I had a busy day, and I got the laundry done, and I got fuel, and I did my workout. And so I thought, why not have a brandy? Have a cognac. Oh, and I have to make a correction on GD, Argentine peso canon. If you go to my X account, I gave him credit for, I said, Beast of Brisbane is exposed by the Argentine peso canon live on air. And Archie's getting divorced, 50-50 split. And it was hilarious what he read. But he claims it wasn't him. That somehow you can use Argentine pesos and you don't have to live there. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. I stand correction. GD says he was not responsible for the hysterical super chat. So, okay, I took care of that. That was on my notes. Yeah, Green Room is doing an upcoming hit piece on me. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get that off there. Anyway, it was very good. Have you been, let's see, that's kind of a personal question. You already, to use in your hit piece? Have you been married, Lexter? Ever? No. I'm a cranky, old, grumpy, set in my ways bachelor for life. My neighbor said it best. There was a discussion about that with my neighbors in Las Vegas, and she said, right in front of me, she says, oh, he's not going to get married. He's too set in his ways, which is true. Time Lord, is Costco oh, come on, pickup joint for seniors? Well, some of the staff are kind of cute, but I'm focused, man. There's some lookers at the fitness center, I must say. And there's one that I was kind of interested in. She looked a little older, a little mature, but she had a banner on her vehicle, because I was talked to her on the way out, and then I saw her vehicle, and I saw, what she does for a living. So, but she was friendly. And then I looked her up. She's married. She's got kids. So that's out of the question. No, I guess a pickup joint, you can meet women, everywhere, right? Excuse me. May have to get some water. Costco probably uses quality spirits. If you go in there, they got the American brand, which is distilled like 6 times. Let me back up. If you're a vodka drinker, if you can get a vodka out of Kentucky that's been distilled 15 times. So it takes kind of the, lack of a better term, the rubbing alcohol taste of it. But I don't know how much that costs. I haven't seen it, but they've got a 1.75 liter bottle in Costco for $20. That's a lot of vodka. And just pour it. I'm not advocating that, but if you've already made up your mind to drink responsibly, have it, at home, and have a drink every 2 weeks, and just put it on some ice or a little bit of mix, But don't see, if you start mixing drinks, then you get hammered because you think, oh, I didn't even fill that one. No, it's in you. It's taking time to get there. So that's the reason I like the cognac, because you get like an immediate, you know exactly where you stand because it gets into the blood system very quickly. And then you have a tendency not to overdrink. But the American brand is Grey Goose. So if you're a Grey Goose fan, just buy it at Costco. It's the same thing. Unless you're worried about the label. And a lot of people like the label because they want to charge you, luxury. They've got to have luxury this, luxury that. They got to go with the brand name. Oh, please. Biff Helm says, P.S. Walmart stock. I don't buy individual stocks. I'm in the S&P 500, and it's doing well. And now Trump's talking about what was it my neighbor told me? A tariff rebate check for everybody, for most people. $2,000. What has Canadian done for its citizens? What has Canada done for its citizens lately, except make life terrible, right? In fact, I got a couple clips here from people. And these are Canadians, and I want to promote their channels. One would be the Canadian Shield. Now, let's say you have no idea what's going on in Venezuela or what happened there. You don't know anything about it. Why would we take out its leader? He says, well, listen to it, the Canadian Shield.
And if you want proof, if you don't know what to think, if you don't know what to believe, just understand that the people that were guarding Maduro were from Cuba. Not from Venezuela, not the beloved guy of the people. He had to bring in foreign military to defend him.
The commies. He's good. There's a link to his channel in the description. And there's another guy, John Bolton, not the John Bolton of America in the political circles. No. John Bolton up in Canada. He's got a few things to say.
To what lengths will the other side go to try to stop this process from going forward and to stop us from getting independence? And it's going to be everything. They're going to throw the whole kitchen sink at us with this. They've already started off by calling us traitors, suggesting we should be unalived if we're in favor of this. They've called us seditionists. We're not traitors. This isn't treason. Right now, for the people of Alberta and the people who want independence and the people who want better for their families, this is self-preservation at this point for Alberta. If you're the person in the middle and aren't really convinced about this, first off, go to an event and hear what people have to say. But ask yourself the question, if Alberta was not a province right now, would you join Canada the way it is right now? You would probably say no, and that's probably a great reason to vote for independence. The other side right now, all they've got is patriotism. They can't give you valid reasons why we should stay in Canada. We have got dozens of reasons why we should leave.
There you go. That's from a Canadian in Alberta. And I have a link in the description to his YouTube channel. Late nighter. Well, actually, I'm an early riser. I went to bed at 6 p.m. last night. It was still live. I was just, you know, there's nothing on Apple TV, and I'm not going to stay up watching those college games. Oh my God! Did you see what Indiana did to Oregon? I watched the highlights. Blowout, like 55-15. And my neighbor, now he's from Indiana, and he hates Ohio State because he used to tell me, you know how many times we beat Ohio State? Never. Well, they did it this year, and they beat Alabama, and now I think they beat Oregon twice. So this is, wow, I hope they don't, I hope they do it, you know, they got to win it all now. You know, how would you like to get to the final game and not win it? And I think they're undefeated. You know, so good for him. I can't wait to see him again. So I got up early. Yeah, why not? I'm going to be here till 3:15. I'm guessing, Jackson, if Dr. Bob or Jax, are you listening? Are you going to be doing a show? What can I tell the audience? Oh, now look at this. This is Biff. Oh, you really? Google info. Okay. Let's see. He says he found that the Scotch whiskey is bottled by Alexander Murray and Company, Scotland, California, a major independent distiller. Costco bourbon is Barton, 1972. Okay. 1792. Interesting. Well, like, what's the equivalent brand, you know? Because let's say if I was this one brand drinker and I could find it in Kirkland, just under the Kirkland label, it's the same thing, then why wouldn't I buy it, you know? Yeah, well, the dominoes are filing. And guess who supports these dictatorships? Mainstream media. Everybody, the people, the Venezuelans, the 8 million of them that left the country, they're all celebrating in the media. Oh, we got an international law. Trump violated international law. I'm like, whose side are you on? We know whose side they're on. You're the problem. They don't want you to be free, independent, and in charge. We the people. They don't want that at all. They want the brainiacs in charge. They think they're smart. Trump is bringing down all the dictators, Iran, Cuba. China's in big trouble, too. Someday. So what else have I got? I told you about the $2,000 dividend. And I got my, I got to read you this. Because you remember Trump promised that seniors would not pay taxes, you know. But he couldn't get it done that way. So you got an extra, really, like a single guy, I get $6,000 extra deduction besides the senior deductions. And then if you're married, it's $12,000. But so I did it on Grok. Only about 88% of people on Social Security payments will not pay taxes. But I've done well. So obviously when I start doing my distributions, I will be paying taxes. But I got to show you what I got from the first 1099 I got was from Social Security. And this is what it said on it. Let me show you. I'm not going to show you, but here it is. And they renamed it. Now it used to be this SSA 1099. Now it's the SSA 1099 SM, self-mailer, whatever that means. I don't know why they say it. Okay, here we go. Right up at the top. It says part of your Social Security benefits shown in box 5 may be taxable income. Because you know what a senior will do? They just won't file and they go, well, President Trump said I wouldn't be paying taxes. No, you're going to be paying taxes. You may be paying taxes. But if you're just strictly on Social Security income, nothing else, Social Security payments, in all probability you will not be paying. And you probably haven't filed in years. Now, let's go to my banking surprise. I had a bank where my new bank, they put in front of my nose a 4% interest rate. They have they have checking and savings. In the savings, they have a money market account, and it's FDIC insured. Oh, 4%. Wow. I kind of want to spread some money around, but I thought, hey, 4%. The most I was getting out of my Indiana credit union was 1%. I go, hey. And they grandfathered me in. Now you can't even get that. So I thought, okay, I'll, wait a second. I'll concentrate on this new bank. And they gave me $400 just because I opened an account and I met the criteria. So then it dropped down to 3.97%. Okay, not a big deal. Now I got all my money in there right now. I got all that I was going to put in there. And now it's down, they dropped it to 0.96%. So it's less than what I'm making in Indiana. So I started asking questions online. I don't want to talk to them. They said, well, the feds drop interest rate. No, yeah, okay, right. But I'll still keep it there. I'm going to move some of it out, though, back to Indiana. Just spread it around. 40% on Super Chats. Are you serious? Is Google doing that? Oh, you got to be kidding me. I got to look that up. Well, you know what? I'm tired of Google. Let's go to... You got to check out my X account. I got some good stuff up there. The Beast of Brisbane is exposed by someone using Argentina pesos. That was a great one. Really funny. Of course, Jack's also simulcasts on X. Now, when Maduro was captured, the China population celebrates. And I use her as a source. It is, what's her name? Miss Lies, L-E-I''S Real Talk. And then here's Archie again. What is he doing? Oh, yeah, he's on air talking about STDs, how he's being tested. Because, he's running those dating sites. And then he's asking Easy Drink, oh, you got contacts for me. You got some leads for me, right? Well, can't you get them all together so we can interview them? What are you going to do? Show them I'm clean. That's all you got. You can show them your STD clean sheet. Oh, it's hilarious. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. And then he claims he's paid off some debt. I don't believe it. Okay, that's the X account. Check it out. Oh, okay. Now, so let me go back to that. I got to ask Grok on this because it's an aggregator. What percentage does Google take out of super chats? It says 30% here. So where do you get 40%? They're still at 30%. Well, I almost feel like going back in there, but they can't do it individually. Last year, it was 4%. Maybe it was just during the promotional time. I don't know. But again, I got too many eggs in one basket, so to speak, with my Vanguard and my Fidelity. So I kind of want to move it around. But that's not true. 40% on Super Chat. No, it says, Grok says 30. Unless they're changing it. Oh, wait. Well, there's a whole discussion. Let's see. Important note on variations. If a viewer sends a super chat via the iOS YouTube app, Apple takes an additional 30% cut. First, their App Store fee, and then YouTube takes their 30% from what's left. This can result in the creator receiving roughly 49 to 50% of the original amount. In those cases, a common complaint. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, the key to this, and that's the reason Jax and Dr. Bob are doing it properly, just put up your PayPal account. Donations from friends, family and friends. So if I do a super chat on an iOS YouTube app, wow, did not know that. Now, on Android, web, and desktop, it's usually the clean 70-30 split, creator YouTube. Taxes, VAT, sale taxes may also reduce the base amount. Wow. Wow, well, it's the Archie, you're out of business. No more super chat business. 80 never calling. Hey, hello, sir, Docs. Well, thank you. I don't know about the sir, but hello to you. I don't think I own any. Well, S&P 500. I don't own individual stocks. Sell the Chinese stocks. It's a little too late for that. Let's see, media. Media is acting like it's the ICE agent's fault that the lady tried to run him over. It's acting like it's the ICE agent's fault. Well, no, you get to defend yourself. Well, let's see. I think we have something on that. Let's go to a source who's been briefed on it, maybe a more reliable source than the mainstream media. Let's go to Vice President, Mr. Vice President. What do you have to say about that?
In Minneapolis, and this is the headline. I'm just going to read it. Outrage after ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, that's one way to put it, and that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours. And I say attack very, very intentionally, because this was an attack on federal law enforcement. This was an attack on law and order. This was an attack on the American people. The way that the media, by and large, has reported this story has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day. What that headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile? What that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals have been working tirelessly, sometimes using domestic terror techniques to try to make it impossible for the President of the United States to do what the American people elected him to do, which is enforce our immigration laws. The President stands with ICE. I stand with ICE. We stand with all of our law enforcement officers. And part of that is recognizing that you people in the media, not everybody in this room, but many people in this room have been lying about this attack. She was trying to ram this guy with her car. He shot back. He defended himself. He's already been seriously wounded in law enforcement operations before, and everybody who's been repeating the lie that this is some innocent woman who was out for a drive in Minneapolis when a law enforcement officer shot at her, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Every single one of you. Questions?
Well said. And CFN Global stands with ICE, stands with law enforcement. And there's a lot of nutters out there. You've got all these people illegally coming in. They want to be here. And these nutters, these left-wing nutters, they want to tear it down. They want to make us into Canada or California or, these failed states. There's your politics for you. I think it was very well. Yeah, he's very good. 80 never calling VP. I got to tell about Trump. When he picks people, he gets the top for the most part. Vance sure is articulate. All right. 30 minutes to the Jackson Dr. Bob show. I think it's going on today. What else have I? Oh, you want some? Oh, I'll give you some. Let's see, Archie. I'll let Archie speak for himself, okay? Here we go. You ready? You ready for this?
I gotta tell you, Easy, I've got to restructure my life. I've made a few bad choices.
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, I've got a divorce coming through. I'm maybe getting divorced by then, so you can help me find a new wife.
There you have it. Now, that was Easy Drink in Vietnam. He's on his way to Vietnam. Will he make a stop for Mrs. Lai? I don't know. There is a Mr. Lai. I think, yeah, because I have that over on X. Goldberg mentioned that. So he's relying on Easy Drink to show him, get some leads. Get some ladies over there that he can meet. He can interview.
Have a great. I'm ready to go to NAM. I really want to go there. I've got a few leads myself. I do have some leads. Do you reckon I should wasting my time with them, or your leads are better leads? I want to ask you that.
Those poor girls. Terrible. Oh, please. AC3 is not getting divorced. It's the most sensible thing she's done so far. Now, why would you say that? Gampers, Docs, are you getting revved up to give Dr. Bob his pink slip tonight? Well, listen. This is when I was executive producer of the Green Room show. You got to let the talent do their thing. And then the talent criticized me for not giving him pointers, so I gave him pointers. And then I just got made fun of. So Jax is in charge over there. It's his show. Now, do I particularly like the thumbnail? Not really, or the guests, or the format, or the anger. But he's doing what he wants. Listen, he's getting good views, and he's helped me out as far as out. Let's see. Let me go to studio. I think I'm up. Let's see. I got 3,700 hours now to get to 4,000 hours. So, and the people seem to like it, but I don't. Now he is working, he does multiple jobs. I mean, he's also over on the Watch Nicholas hanging out there. So that's up to Jax. He has to make that determination if Dr. Bob is pulling his weight or not. But he's a Dr. Bob supporter. I know, but I'm again, you got to let the, yes, that's true. I'm CFN Global, CEO, COO, CFO. That's his show. It's doing well. Why make cuts if it's doing well? Right? Well, listen, this is true. Now, as a news channel in the new business, the truth must come out. Well, that's my show. He's doing a show. Well, so, I mean, but he has been approached, and this is what corporate media does, this is what leftists does, this is what a lot of people do, big labor bosses. He's been approached, and this is what I hope doesn't happen.
Given me much to work with, so some days the notes are.
Who gives a fuck? Make it up.
Well, yeah,
make it up. What the fuck? Make it up.
We're definitely ad-libbing. We're ad-libbing.
Yeah, make the shit up. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Well, you can ad-lib, but that you don't make shit up. But that's what the leftists do. That's what Canadian liberals do. That's what Venezuela dictators do. That's what the Chinese communists do. That's what the leftist Democrats do. And I agree with you. Yeah, too many F-bombs, but he's authentic, okay? He's not doing that just to do that. He's authentic. That's what I like about him. If Jocks has one quality, it's he's authentic. May not like it, but he doesn't, put his finger in the air, well, I have to do it this way. I hope not. So that's how I view it. The problem is, I can't, if I start, I'm not here to, now, if I could influence Jax, if he ever asked me, I just leave him alone. When I talked to him a couple times, and he listens, but he says he knows what he's doing. And okay, go with that. He's bringing in the views. I've got more subscribers than I've had for a long time. I think I picked up like 36 subscribers. The channel has. Gamper's in my job. Well, now let's clear this up. I'm not his employer, and he's not a contractor. I have not hired a contractor. I've given him. This is nonprofit. I've given him an opportunity to do his stream over here, and I got to tell you, I love it. When I hear Watch Nicholas complaining and begging to get on his show, oh, that is so funny. I just eat that up. I mean, and Jax won't even let me on over there. Yeah, because you treated him poorly. That's great. In my job, we are confident from working. We are confident from working for competitors. I guess there's no such. Well, no, that's true too. Right. Usually in the corporate world, you can have a extra job somewhere, but you can't work for a competitor. You get canned for that. That's true. But again, that's up to Jax. If he puts his foot down, then I support him. If he doesn't, then. Now I actually tried to suggest to have Morty go over there. He would work out over there, but there's too many conditions that have to be met, and he's not going to do that. So, if he'd enjoy it, you need a disclaimer in the beginning of his show. Well, he's in association with CFN Global. That's kind of understood. In fact, I think I have it on my own channel. Let's see. If you go to YouTube, and you go to the View Your Channel, the DOXXreport, and you go More. So right under DOXXreport, and you click More. CFN Global, the DOXXreport encourages new talent and aspiring YouTube creators to experience live online expression of their creativity, views, and thoughts. The DOXXreport is a public service, will on a case-by-case basis allow others availability to my streaming platform. All YouTube guidelines are to be followed and adhered to. Their views are not necessarily my views. Satire is of personal choice. Watch at your discretion. So I kind of do. I mean, that's a disclaimer right there. It's not how I would do a show, but he gets more views than I get, so. Let's see. We read that. Jax is a rising star on these streams. Well, yeah, I give him free reign, and he, and listen, at some point he may decide to get his own channel. I don't know. And that's fine. But I just, when he was mistreated by the bully, Watch Nicholas, and kicked around, and I had to put up with those annex, I gave him a shot. Great. And to hear Watch Nicholas, he won't let me on. He won't let me on. I love that. So funny. Is Curly stealing the talent? I haven't been over there. He's got his own people over there, but now I don't know. I don't know if he'd go with Curly. Now this is a rumor. Gamper's sources say TN Tickers is regretting giving Docs the cold shoulder. He was, I let him do a promo over here, and he was going to premiere his vinyl show, but he, on his own, made the decision that he's going to do it on his channel. That's fine. I had no problem with that. So he's gone. He made that decision. And I still don't know Jamie and Dodger. Jamie wants to get back onto YouTube. He does. He likes but then he realizes there's a price to pay. And he's not willing to pay that price. I'm retired. I don't have family. I don't have kids. So it's like, well, I'm not paying any price. Well, listen, if somebody yells at you and then takes your keys away and doesn't give you, cause, and it's not the first time. All right, well, let me change the bullying. Then the abuse. My employer locked up the door, and not my employer, but he locked up the doors. I can't get in. How long do I have to wait? And then he screams at me if I ask him any questions or whatever. There you go. Hey, look at this, Campers. Time Lord Docs, you treat Jax like a human being. That's right. We're all human beings.
I am not an animal!
Yeah, we're not somebody's dog to be kicked around, are we?
I am not an animal!
And we're not here forever.
Nobody goes on forever and ever and ever. And I'm not going to go on.
15 minutes, Jackson, Dr. Bob. I hope if they're listening, are you going to do a show? I'll stay on. I'll get off a little early. But I'm up. I mean, I woke up, went to bed at 6. And if you haven't heard, if you didn't catch the first part of the show, Del Boca Vista is under attack. We have an invasive species here. The rhesus macaque monkey has been sighted roaming the streets in Del Boca Vista. Oh, but they're cute, Lex. Oh, leave them alone. Cute. Look at this male. They rip your arm off, and they got herpes B, filthy critters. Oh. I told my neighbor, because I didn't know at first what species it was. If you got a chimpanzee out there, you got to call the police. That thing can rip you apart. Like a tiger, you don't want wild animals roaming around. They're invasive. I read that earlier. Some guy up in Silver Springs on his jungle float trip, he put some of these monkeys on the island thinking, oh, this will be neat. He didn't know they could swim. Now, if you've got one, and that's miles away, and if you've got one wandering here, you know they're all over the place, like the pythons. I mean, there's a lot of hunters in Florida. Just put a bounty on them, or have an open season. I mean, they're hunting squirrels. I mean, I think the monkeys would be funner if you're into that. If you're into that. Now, would I go out and shoot a monkey? Well, not really. Not really a hunter. I'm a fisherman. Now, Timmy in red. Now, come on. That's you say that's Timmy and Sluggo? Now, come on. That's bad. You don't want to say that. Did they escape? No. Let me read it to you again. Captain Tooley, I think. What's his? Hang on. I got a folder, monkey business. The association called, sent out an email, and they said, hey, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. Yes, there is a monkey wandering around, and they've called Florida Wildlife. But Grok, let's get these creatures up here. One of them. Central Florida is now a home to a well-established population of feral rhesus macaques, non-native species originally from South and Southeast Asia. These monkeys primarily concentrate around Silver Spring State Park near Ocala. However, they're spreading, right? I mean, in the 1930s, a tour boat operator known as Colonel Tui released about 6 rhesus macaques onto an island in the Silver River to boost tourism for his jungle cruise. Oh, what a great idea, Colonel Tui. Unintended consequences. He mistakenly believed they couldn't swim, but the monkeys quickly escaped and established themselves in the surrounding forest. Additional releases occurred in the following years, and the population grew rapidly. By the 1980s, hundreds roamed the area. Efforts to control numbers through trapping removed over 1,000 between 1984 and 2012. Halted due to public controversy. Oh, save the monkey. Save the monkey. Oh. But I got to go with Frank on this. I mean, Frank,
I will not tolerate infestation.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that, Frank. No, they were captive on an island for his jungle cruise. Well, I think I've covered my notes. Well, he's a good-looking guy. I mean, but he's on the gaming console. I don't think a girl would go for green room. Lack of discipline. I don't know what career choices he made. Okay, 10 minutes to Jackson Dr. Bob, I believe. So I should let you go. And I'll join you over there, Jackson Dr. Bob.